Hey there, PAPR people. It is, as well as iNAPper people. It is your favorite and thickest polysomnographic technologist, me, Jason. Today is a great day to do a follow-up video and provide some extra information and share with you a new direction for this channel, potentially. My hair looks good. I have a great Park City t-shirt on. Now, Park City is a wonderful spot to visit if you ever want to hear your wife go on and on about how much of a financial disappointment you are to her and her family. Wonderful spot to visit. No kidding, you go there, you actually feel worse about yourself.
This video is sponsored by CPAPsupplies.com. Make sure you use Lefty20 when checking out from CPAPsupplies.com.
First up is we have an iNAP update. iNAP. Yesterday I just said I like it. My only gripe with it is that you can't get any information off of it. You can't validate, hey, is the iNAP working or not? Am I breathing well with it or not? You can just go by how you feel. I got an awesome email just recently from an employee of Somnix, the makers of iNAP. Listen here. Wanted to reach out and say thank you for your honest reviews and support of iNAP. I watched your video. I really appreciate your approach. And bibbidi babbidi. In your recent video, you mentioned wanting to be able to pull more data off the device. We are working towards that as we speak. Currently, the only integration we have to the app is O2 monitoring if paired with an oximeter device of some kind. We are working towards a breath-by-breath information download that would be closer to what you are looking for. Now, I followed up with that asking, is there a timeline for when this may come to fruition? Would this be a Somnix application? Is this information I can share? Now, this employee says we do not have a time frame for the new integrations. They are working closely with several healthcare providers to get their input on what they would like to see and what capabilities they would want available in the app. Right now, the app only offers insight into usage time and seal time percentage. We hope to narrow in on specifications that providers utilize in their practice for compliance tracking and efficacy of treatment. So this is great news. Hopefully by breath information, they're talking about the information, the breath-by-breath information, very similar to what you would see in Oscar. I will have an Oscar screenshot later so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But basically with Oscar, when you breathe in, it goes up. When you exhale out, it goes down. You can see your breath. You can see if that shallows, if you're having apneas, hypopneas, respiratory effort-related arousals, and most importantly, arousals in general. That would be fantastic. Now, we had a naysayer, I mean, we all know naysayers say, that's what they do, say, you know what? I don't think that can happen. By the way, it was Greg the stalker. He said, I don't think that can happen because really this just plugs into the mouth. There's nothing, it's closed off from the breathing pathway. And Greg is correct. He's absolutely right. Except, this is my home sleep diagnostic unit. Small little guy. What it has here, you would plug in or screw in with this lure lock a nasal pressure transducer, pretty much like what you had or have whenever you've had a sleep study done of any kind. What you would need with this, by the way, this information is possibly free. Just let me know where to send the invoice, Somnix. In a perfect world, Somnix, what I would love to see is an SD card slot down here. And then somewhere up here or integrated into this, a lure lock where you have a cannula, which you could sell separately, wink, wink, more SKUs for you. Have a cannula coming out of here into the pressure transducer, recording to the SD card, which you can then upload into Oscar, get together with the developers of Oscar, make it happen, you're welcome. Boom. And this should work fairly well because anyone using this, their mouth is sealed and they're forced to breathe through their nose. So nasal cannula only should give you a beautiful, beautiful airflow signal. I love that idea and I'm super excited for that to happen to Somnix because then we could actually validate the data. That would be fantastic. Now, the only thing that concerns me with this is that they're looking to other healthcare providers for what they want to see in it. I know this sounds really bad, but let's not replicate what's happening with CPAP and CPAP compliance. That's why it's so terrible. All they look for is usage time and the apnea-hypopnea index. So please, dear sweet Jesus, please don't put in an apnea-hypopnea auto scoring anything that spits out some number of, you got 100%, you got a happy face. Can we please not do that? Let's just have the airflow data. Let's force practitioners to actually go in and look at the airflow and try to determine if there is an apnea or a hypopnea. This would be much like a home sleep test, all in this little device. That would be phenomenal. On to the next topic, the O2 ring. So recently I've had a slurry of people using my services, axgsleepdiagnostics.com. Yeah, I pimp out my website any chance I get. Check it out if you want to have a PAP therapy analysis with me. I can use either Oscar, Sleep HQ. I also have one-on-one sessions where we just talk it out. Go ahead and check out those services at axgsleepdiagnostics.com. But something that keeps coming up is the O2 ring. People put a lot of faith in the O2 ring. They put a lot on it, just a lot. They put a lot on this thing. Is it important? Do you really need it? Now, in general, I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna show you exactly why. Now, right here, this is me. This is my Oscar data, and I was talking earlier about Oscar waves. This is what we wanna see with the iNAP. Up and down, we can see arousals such as this. That's really all we need to see. I don't wanna see any of this AHI stuff. It is misleading. But let's take a look at this right here. Now, I have blood oximetry right here. I can see what my blood oxygen levels are doing. They're pretty stable, right? Now, I have an arousal here. I want to get to the crux of why this arousal is happening. Is this happening because I'm having a sleep disordered breathing event? And that's really all that matters. Now, down here, you can see my SpO2 is perfectly flat. If I just went based on my SpO2 data, I would think everything is okay. But I'm waking up right here and I can tell that there's a breath that's much shallower right before the arousal. Now that's something that would be good to know because it potentially means I need to increase CPAP. So let's go ahead and look at a different area, something that does have an oxygen to saturation. Let's go look right here. We do have oxygen to saturation. Now, if we have breath by breath information, I can tell that I'm in REM sleep right at this point. So is this desaturation here something I need to worry about? It goes from 97 down to 94. That's a blood oxygen to saturation of 3%. But does it matter? Ultimately, I say no, it doesn't matter for most people. Because if you are looking at your data and you're looking at your flow rate and you're having decreases in airflow, you know you need to increase the pressure to flatten out those decreases in airflow, then you realize that the SpO2 desaturations are secondary to the breathing. Fix the breathing, focus on the breathing, the blood oximetry, the SpO2 data will take care of itself. Now, what if you fall into a different category? Maybe you have COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or maybe you have obesity hypoventilation syndrome. Things like that, you will probably see big oxygen desaturations, and I'd be more inclined to say, yeah, go ahead and get an O2 ring at that point. But for the general population, in fact, in general, I would say probably not really, really important to get an O2 ring. I definitely still think like a poor kid. I try to save you money. If I think something is needed, go for it. Is this needed? For most people, probably not. However, I will definitely put a link for it in the description box down below. You're welcome. And next up, we have the future of this channel. Yes, I'm talking about Stewie. Now, as much as everyone loves Stewie, Stewie is ruining this channel and he needs to go. Do we all agree? He's looking at me all mad right now. Do we all agree Stewie needs to go? Stewie needs his own channel. Here's what happened. I started calling this a cat channel. It's kind of a joke. Like, it was totally a joke. Put little cat videos in there every now and then because they're kind of cute, but it's honestly kind of taken on a life of its own. I said this is a cat channel. Check out this email I just received. Litterbox, cat litterbox collaboration. Very glad to know on YouTube, this is blah, 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 agency that provides good projects for influencers on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. We work with many well-known brands such as, and they name brands I've never heard of. I watched your YouTube videos many times and really appreciate your style. Thank you. I noticed that this product, cat litter box, really match your style. The product picture as follows, please kindly check the attachment. We can offer you a free sample. It packs, seals, and refills the trash bag automatically. Keep a clean bed of litter for your cat. More projects if we work well together from the first project. Commission. Are you interested in this product? And may I know the rate of YouTube video on your channel? I am looking forward to receive your reply before this Thursday if you're interested. They're playing hardball. Because after Thursday is over, we'll start our next project soon and stop to find influencers to promote it. Now, let's take a quick gander at what they're talking about here. Now that is an engineering marvel. I do believe Stewie would love to poop in this fine contraption. Not gonna lie, I am so impressed with this cat litter box. I might give a little, take it for a spin myself. See if I can simulate a big cat. It's called the Furbulous. My God.
Well, I am the fastest growing cat channel on YouTube. What's that worth to you?
Now here's the question. Do I follow this rabbit hole? Does this become a cat channel? Does Stewie take over, who, by the way, is over there glaring at me right now? Yeah, I see you, flicking your tail, little jerk. Does this fully make the transformation into a cat channel, or do I kick Stewie off to my secondary channel? That's where I'm leaning. But I need to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Do I move Stewie off to my other channel and keep this channel pure and uncluttered and full of life-saving tips? Instead of cats nibbling on me, cats jumping on my stuff, cats attacking me, cats occasionally doing cute stuff. That little jerk pulled in 50,000 views in about 15 minutes. I don't get that much in 15 years. So as of right now, all of those little Stewie YouTube shorts are gonna be moving to my other channel. I will leave that in the description box down below. If you wanna subscribe to that channel, now's a great time to do so. Because I'm serious, Stewie's gotta go. I'm sick of playing second fiddle to a feline. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description box down below. Until next time, bye.
Thank you to all watching, but an extra thick thanks, buddy, to Doug Toombs, Jason Georgiades, Patricia Espelong, Sarvesh Joshi, Stuart Hetherington, Mona Swearingen, Chungchu Chen, and Edward Steiner, as well as a big thank you to all my other Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Little tiny thanks, buddy, for you guys.